Welcome to the NBA, presented by 2K. And now about a third of the way into the season. You think it's too early to talk about awards, Grant?
You know, B.A., it depends on the award, if I'm being honest. MVP and Rookie of the Year, that's way too early. But you can begin to see the guys who are in the running for Most Improved or Sixth Man.
Now the starting group for San Antonio. We've got Jackson. DeMarcus Cousins is out there with Matisse Thybulle. And it's Noah in at the 4. Pass to Covington. Dort outside. Orlando moving the ball around. Shot on the wing. Rebound by San Antonio. And guys, this is the first they're seeing of the Magic this year.
Last year, these two gave us a very entertaining season series, splitting the games.
And we're watching two teams looking to make that next step. They want to break out of the middle of the pack, prove they can do some damage.
Now here's Morant. Pass to Whiteside. Launches a 3, and that's good. His first bucket of the game.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Here's Buckner. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Jamal Mosley gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He talked about how difficult it is to match up against Victor Wembanyama. Coach said the biggest concern is Wemby's defense. His rim protection is game-changing. But he told me that it doesn't mean settling for outside shots. It means ball movement and spacing the floor will be key. PA?
Thank you for that, Allie. Thybulle passes to Buckner. Jackson with a screen on Morant. Here's Noah. Puts up a 3. A rebound by Whiteside.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Outside Morant. Fires the 3. Can't hit it. He's 0 for 2 now.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Here's Buckner, pounded by Morant. Jackson can't get it to go. The Magic have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. And the Spurs willing to be patient with this rebuild. But when De'Aaron Fox became available, Grant, they did not blink.
Yeah, he's just too dynamic to pass up. And still young enough to grow with their core. Now it's about making the pieces click. Just taking it right to the rim. And no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You'll gladly take those.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Magic trail by 5. Morant finds Covington. Rebound by San Antonio.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Cousins with a screen on Morant. Here's Buckner. He can't get that one to fall.
Just enough resistance to force the miss, barely. That's one he'll generally make.
Deflects the pass. The fadeaway. Orlando again missing. Spurs lead by 5. Outside Thybulle. Pass to Noah. Takes a 3. The rebound by Whiteside. And so it's Morant who brings up the ball for the Orlando Magic. Shot clock at 6. Noah grabs the board.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
The officials were right on top of that one.
San Antonio shooting their second and third free throws tonight. The first free throw's good. Cornette's checked in for Orlando. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Magic trail by 6. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
And it's Morant missing. The Spurs have gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. Here's Buckner. Still no points. Pass to Jackson. Cousins with the screen. Jackson, pass to Cousins. Here's Buckner. San Antonio again can't hit.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Here's Dort. Their offense stone cold. Another miss there. Noah passes to Jackson. Jackson with a screen on Moran. To the right side. Here's Noah. Misses the three. Orlando has gone 1 for 5 from three-point range. A cold start. Morant pass to Dort to the wing, right side. Orlando moving the ball around. Sinks it from distance. 6 points for him.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Now here's Morant. In his last outing, 10 points for him. Covered by Thibault. Covington, a screen on Thibault. The three. Rebound by San Antonio. Their last game, a win against the Clippers. Looking to carry it into this one.
You have to respect their ability to stay consistent away from home. Keeping their cool and making quality shots.
They took the air out of the crowd again and again with big shots. They never let the fans become a factor.
And so here is Orlando. San Antonio getting their last shot to go. Gets the three to fall.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does. Great anticipation defensively. They were keyed in on him and ready to pounce.
Dort, the pass to Cornette. And out of bounds. San Antonio will have it. Bielitsa checked in for Orlando. Finney-Smith comes in for Dort. The Spurs making a switch here. Here's Fox. 3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Noah. Fires the three. Yes! And a nice assist from Fox. Noah's got 13.
This quarter has been all his. I suggest they keep the ball in his hands.
Now here's Morant. Misses the fadeaway. And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Spurs out in front. They lead by 5. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. What do you guys think about San Antonio here in this one?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
Nemanja Bielitsa out there with Luke Cornette. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's Reggie Bullock. And it's Neto in at the 1 spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Now here's Fox. To the inside, Favors, and the dunk by Favors.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
It's stolen by Culver. Fox feeling it out a bit. Pass to Hardaway. Drives to the hoop. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Spurs lead by 9.
And their offensive execution has really picked up here in the second period.
Bielitsa with a screen on Fox. Neto's shot is off. Hardaway on the wing. He's marked by Finney-Smith. Culver outside. There's a screen. 4-3. And as it goes out of bounds, San Antonio will keep possession. And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the San Antonio Spurs. On Tuesday, they'll kick off a homestand, starting with the Houston Rockets. Then on Monday, they'll begin a road trip, starting in Utah, going up against the Jazz.
And for their matchup with the 76ers, that one's going to be their 7th game of the season, almost a full 10th of the season played after that one.
And here's the timeout from Mitch Johnson now. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Making a change here. And let's take this time to bring up the list of last season's elite shot blocking teams. Number 1, the Magic. In the 3rd spot, the Spurs.
One look at last season's shot blocking numbers, and it's clear that these are 2 squads that love to play the physical game down in the paint.
Outside Thibault. Pass to Buckner. San Antonio moving the ball around. Shot clock at 5. Here's Culver. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. And it's Dort with the ball for the Orlando Magic. In the 2nd quarter, held scoreless. And here's Bielitsa. Well, granted, 6'10", 250. Banchero is a guard in a big man's body.
Yeah, B.A., he has a great handle, which allows him to get wherever he wants on the floor. And the vision to create for his teammates, too. But if you put a smaller guy on him, he plays bully ball.
No good on that one. All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Well, fans becoming very familiar with the term second apron over the last few seasons. And front offices admit the devil is in the details. While it's not exactly a hard cap, teams are showing little willingness to endure the penalties that come with persisting above that second apron threshold.
That's for certain. Shams, thank you for the report. Now here's Culver. No points yet. Here's Noah. Zeller with the rebound. Thibault against Dort. Pass to Zeller. It's Covington on the wing. Bielitsa outside. No good from outside. San Antonio leading by 8. Quarter number 2 and around 3 minutes gone by. Here's Noah. The 3-ball. Buckets. He's now 6 of 10 from the field.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it. He can sense that they're reeling, and he's going to put his foot on the pedal.
For San Antonio, they've got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the 2nd quarter. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the 2nd quarter. And there's the screen. Pass to Konkak. He can't hit that time. Ooh, Zeller with some nice D. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, well, Paolo Banchero has the Seattle skyline tattooed on his shoulder, and he says guys from there naturally have a chip on our shoulder because we feel like we're not seen as much as some of the other places around the country. Being born and raised, my mom and dad from there, it's in my blood. Guys?
A lot of pride in his hometown. Thanks a lot, Allie. Culver passes to Buckner. And here's Thibault. To the paint. And score it. That now makes him 7 for 11 in this game.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Orlando making some changes. Whiteside, he's checked in for Zeller. And it's Morant in for Bielitsa. Cousins, he's checked in for San Antonio. Jackson comes in for Culver. Pass to Covington. Now Dort, defended by Jackson. Inside. 5 to shoot. Knocks it down from distance. He's got 12.
Another triple for him. His 4th of the night after that monster first quarter where he hit 3 of them.
Here's Noah over Covington. Noah, no good. 1:57 left to play in the first half of basketball. The 3. That's bucket number 5. He's 5 for 12 now.
He's been dropping them in from downtown since the tip. 3 triples in the first quarter, 2 more since.
Lets it fly from 18. Orlando with the rebound. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule. They lost to the Rockets.
And their body language was unimpressive. They looked defeated much of the night, and because of it, they took the L.
Yeah, I just didn't see any fire from them to want to get it back. That's just one of those games you throw away in the trash and try and forget about it.
Noah grabs the board. And here's Jackson. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Buckner passes to Noah. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. Magic trail by 7.
Spurs foul. First personal foul. Second team foul.
It's Covington on the wing. Right side Moran from outside the arc. Covington no good. Spurs lead by 7. Pass to Buckner. Back to Thibault. Over to the wing from downtown and count it. 8 of 14 now. He's rolling.
And they're going to have to pay more attention to him on the perimeter. He's hit 4 3-pointers already today.
Outside for Dort from deep. That shot off the mark. And so it's San Antonio ending the quarter up 10. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. Back to the game after this break.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the Phantom match.
Welcome, one and all. Before we hear Kenny and Shaq's insights on that first half, let's look ahead and check out the upcoming schedule.
When I look at San Antonio, right now a lot of teams are still figuring things out, shuffling rotations, and players are trying to get their timing back.
Yeah, plenty of adjustments in the early stages. And moving on now to that first half, tough sledding so far for the Orlando Magic.
They want to lean on that perimeter game. I get that. But being one-dimensional, guys, look, it just makes it too easy to guard you.
Yeah, maybe they could redirect some of their attack, be more active in the lane. And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we send you back to BA to call the second half.
And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. On the court for San Antonio, we've got Matisse Thybulle. Jackson out there with DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Buckner in at the one. There's a screen by Whiteside. That three's off the mark.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks from range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Pass to Noah, takes the three, and San Antonio hits again from deep.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, and you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Now here's Morant, still without a bucket. Covington passes to Morant. Clock at 6. There's the three. Covington, no good.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
One thing about Keldon Johnson defensively, it's hard to back him down, Richard.
Yeah, he won't block a ton of shots, but he anchors really well against bigger players. That's why teams would rather attack him in space.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now. And here's a timeout from Mitch Johnson. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. That free throw, no good. He hits the second from the line. Orlando with the ball. They trail by 14. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Beyond the arc. Drops in the three. 18 points for him.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Noah, no good.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Pass to Morant. Off target with the three.
And they have been cold coming out of the break, only getting one of their first 4 shots to drop this half. Got to pick it up.
Now here's Cousins. And stolen by Morant. And out of bounds. San Antonio will have it. A look now at the leaderboard to see which teams had the toughest defenses this past season. Number 1, the Magic.
And their gritty mentality when it came to defense was really infectious. They were the best last year at holding opposing teams to low-scoring totals.
San Antonio leading by 11. Here's Buckner. Pass to Noah. The three is up. The rebound by Whiteside. Dort against Jackson. Right wing. Out to the right wing. Shoots. Oh, he gets it to fall, and that makes it just a single-digit deficit. Give him 20.
Somebody help this man. Get this man some help out there. He's doing everything he can to keep his team in the game.
Here's Noah. He's got 24. Connects from downtown.
Putting on a shooting clinic from deep. He had that huge first half, and he's still rolling.
And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Magic trail by 12. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thank you. The Magic are coming together. Paolo Banchero said, "This is a special group. We have something that you don't always see in professional sports. Guys really have each other's backs and look after one another. Not only are we close, but we're really talented and versatile as a team." Back to you.
An exciting young team. Allie, thank you. And he gets the bucket. Thibault's gotten his first basket of the night.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
He's locked in with his teammates right now, setting guys up in perfect position.
And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
The Magic making a switch here. Finney Smith's checked in. Favors checked in for San Antonio. Cousins with a screen on Morant. Buckner passes to Favors. Pass to Jackson. 6 to shoot. On target from range. And the Spurs lead by 17.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now here's Covington. No points so far. Here's Whiteside. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's going to go on to Marcus Cousins.
Man, the defender really went after him.
All right, a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from here for San Antonio.
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
Another thing they're doing well tonight is shooting from long distance. All game long, they've been finding openings at the perimeter.
Bullock, he's checked in for Finney Smith. Good on the second one. Here's Buckner. Favors with a screen on Morant. Jackson for 3. They get the rebound. Cousins. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good.
And that's a backbreaker for the defense. I mean, offensive boards like that run momentum against you.
And you can see them just deflate after giving up that score. And they know that they can't dig themselves out of this hole if they're allowing second chance points. And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Cousins with a screen on Morant. To the middle. Stolen by Whiteside. Here's Bullock. No made baskets yet. And there's 1:38 left to play in the third quarter here.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that to fall.
Thibault passes to Buckner. And here's Jackson, hounded by Morant. Cousins with a screen on Morant. San Antonio needs to get off a shot. Puts it up from the high post. And San Antonio getting another bucket right there.
And playing very well here in the second half. I mean, their shooting percentage is now over 50% from the field.
Down low. Orlando moving the ball around. Outside Covington. No good on the triple. San Antonio leading by 17. Pass to Buckner. We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter. Jackson gets the bucket.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Dort outside. Back to Morant. 17 seconds left in the third quarter here.
And that's how you up the ante. Come right back at it.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Pass to Favors. And stolen by Covington. Here's Dort. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And so the San Antonio Spurs, leading by 17 at the end of the period. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good looks and pressuring shooters. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
That is why he is a point guard in this league. He has the elite passing ability, the vision. You need both to play the point guard.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
And for San Antonio, they've got De'Aaron Fox. He's out there with Tim Hardaway. And it's Noah in at the 4. Three-pointer, Bielitsa drains the triple.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
And for the Magic, Culver on the wing. They set a pick, fires for 3, and it's Cornette with a rebound. Magic trail by 16. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. There's the triple. No luck on that one. And so it's Fox with it. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. They'll be playing host to Houston for their next game. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road.
They're in strong position coming down the stretch, and he is a big reason why.
Here's Neto from the arc. Noah grabs the board. Noah's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Pass to Fox. Here's Concat. Cornette defending. It's deflected.
And great job to establish position and square up.
And San Antonio making a change here. Cousins is checked in.
Substitution on the court.
And so it's San Antonio with it. They played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. And so it's Mitch Johnson here calling timeout. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. Two minutes gone by here in the fourth. Outside Hardaway. Culver outside. Cousins with the screen. San Antonio again can't hit.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
He's covered by Culver. Orlando again missing. Spurs lead by 18. Culver on the wing. Cousins with the screen. Culver passes to Cousins. And Cousins throws it down.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. Here's Finney-Smith. Off target from three-point range. San Antonio's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. And Cousins gets it to go on the assist from Hardaway.
Hey, he can make that shot and have to respect him defensively.
Here's Neto. Pass to Bielitsa. Orlando moving the ball around. Just 5 to shoot. And he can't stop the run as that one misses.
He continues to let it fly, but the makes have been few and far between. They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
And guys, to go on a big run, get some breathing space, it has to be a great play on each end.
Here's Neto. Here's Finney-Smith. And once again, off the mark by Orlando. Culver with it. Finney-Smith's there. Richard, the league taking some steps to prevent flopping. What's the criteria for what crosses the line?
It's called STEM. It's an acronym for secondary, theatrical, exaggerated movements. Yes, that's a real term. It's kind of a limited definition, and it basically says, don't be an idiot.
Now here's Whiteside. Here's Noah. Outside Hardaway. Pass to Noah. And it's stolen by Finney-Smith. And here's Whiteside. Here's Neto. Six on the shot clock. Now Bielitsa.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
And they force the shot clock violation. Great D.
First ball.
Orlando making some changes. Covington's checked in for Bielitsa. Lou Dort comes in for Finney-Smith. And it's Ja Morant in for Neto. San Antonio's gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Pass to Noah. Cousins with a screen on Covington. Noah, no good. Orlando shooting just 24% in this one. Not great. Back to Morant. Now Covington. Outside Morant. To stop the drought. Nails it from beyond the arc. Morant's got 9 points now in the second half.
And let's face it, this one was never really in question. They came out with purpose and just overwhelmed the opposition. A great win for the Spurs.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And they'll chalk this up as their third win of the year. Out to the right wing. There's 45 seconds left in the fourth. Noah grabs the board.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
Let's go with a three. It's hauled in by the Magic.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Pass to Morant. It's Covington on the wing. And it's off from three-point range.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
So we see the Spurs taking the W here. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
And that about wraps it up. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for being with us. And time now to present our player of the game.
Indianapolis. We have the first leg of the NBA season, Greg, now behind us. The standings starting to come into shape.
Yeah, right now is when you can make sense of wins and losses. Who you play matters so much early on, but things have started here to balance out.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. Cameron Reddish is out there with strength. And it's Rudy Gobert. Then there's Malcolm Brogdon. Cook looking it over. Indiana moving it around. Too open that time. Made it look too easy.
But we come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Just a bit ago, Rick Carlisle and I were able to chat. We discussed his plans for defending Donovan Mitchell, and he told me for as quick and athletic as Mitchell is, we can't allow him to get downhill. No free runs in the open court, no clear lanes to the bucket. And he added, that's not as easy as it sounds, but that is our goal. Guys, back to you.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. And so here is Indiana. After the Cavaliers pick up 3. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Cook. From outside, off the mark. The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And in 2028, Cleveland poised, GA, to welcome the WNBA's 16th franchise.
Reviving the name and branding of the Cleveland Rockers, one of the W's inaugural teams that folded back in 2003. Soon back on stage after a quarter-century hiatus.
Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Pirtle. When it comes to underappreciated players, Doris, in the league, Pascal Siakam comes to mind.
You know, Kev, underrated is a word you have to be careful with because these guys are all NBA players. But Pascal Siakam is always available. He's a two-way force. He can score in many kinds of systems, and he is going to absorb an elite defensive assignment. This guy is so good.
Now, here's Brogdon. Takes a 3. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
Malcolm Brogdon has been rock solid since he won the Rookie of the Year award. This guy's capable as a scorer, and what a pretty pass there.
Here's on an open. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. 6 points for him.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Absolutely. When someone makes a shot, the first thought is, I want my own back.
Gobert with a screen on McGrady. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Indiana trailing here. Here is Cook. Pass to Anunoby. Cuts it 5. Plenty of room to knock down the shot.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Gobert with a screen on McGrady. Connects from three-point range.
Boy, this guy has been absolutely outstanding this quarter. You love what he's doing out there right now.
Brogdon right side. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so Anunoby will bring it up for Indiana. Trailing by 2. Lets it go from deep. And there's Tracy McGrady, the assist from Cook.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Brogdon looking it over. Gobert with a screen for Brogdon. It's up a 3. Carries it from three-point range.
Well, Malcolm Brogdon already has a 50, 40, 90, the ultimate efficient season under his belt, putting in work from the three-point line.
Here is Cook. No scoring in this one. Pass to McGrady. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Hurdle. Gobert with the block.
Learn the lesson quickly, folks. Do not test Rudy Gobert.
And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Cleveland.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
What you love about former Rookie of the Year Malcolm Brogdon is this guy gives you great effort on both ends. Can play the 1 and the 2 offensively, smart defensively, and the versatility is key.
Williams is checked in for Cleveland. Now, here's Poole. Shoots. And there are the Pacers with another bucket.
Boy, how about that pass? He put it right where it needed to be.
We've got 1:55 left here in the first quarter. Here's the 3. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Yeah, you guys, if you don't control second chance opportunities, you don't control your fate. That has to be their key takeaway from that one.
I think if you get out-rebounded by that wide a margin, it speaks to a lack of energy and effort, and that's problematic.
And it's Brogdon off the drive. Pass to Schrempf. Guarded by Poole. It's good from long range. 12 points for him.
This guy has absolutely owned this quarter. This is how you lead by example.
Out to the wing. Over to the wing. Here's O'Corn. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Williams passes to Brogdon. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Jakob Poeltl.
Brogdon just so good at using his body there to shield off the defender. Often that's going to result in a trip to the line.
And he knocks down the first one. And one of the many challenges for a small market team like the Pacers, Greg, going up against that luxury tax.
And they've avoided carrying a payroll that would incur the tax. But right when they said they were planning to do just that, the Bucks stunned everyone with a maneuver to secure Pacers center Miles Turner and perhaps let him off the hook.
Well, this guy's so crafty. Once he catches the defender a little bit out of position, it's a very good bet he's going to get some free throws.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And he's good on the 3 ball. Brogdon's got a couple of threes now in the first with the Cavs. Pacers trail by 9. Poole with it. Pass to Barry. And once again off the mark by Indiana. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. What stands out to you from the Cavaliers in this one?
Just stretching out the floor that first. They had the defense scrambling.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along?
Isaiah Hartenstein is out there with Burke. Then there's Jordan Poole. Then there's Barry. So that's the group out there for Indiana. Or kicks to Poole. Launches it. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Good to see Poole knock down the long ball. It's only going to help build his confidence.
Williams in the post. He's against Hartenstein. Tice, no good.
Bad defense, bad shot. Neither working on that play.
Poole, the pass to Barry. Crawford with the steal. Williams kicks to Crawford. Williams has a screen for Crawford. No good on the triple. Pacers trail by 6. And here is Poole. Pass to Barry. Here's O'Corn. Still yet to score. Just 5 on the clock. A 3 from Poole. Fernando pulls it in. Cleveland's gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. Williams for 3. That's a no-go, and he's still looking for his first bucket after 2 shots. Poole, the pass to Hartenstein. Here's Burke, and he drops in the layup off the glass. Burke's got his first points of the game.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Al LaForce on the sidelines.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. The Cavaliers trying to make the most of their championship window. All-star Donovan Mitchell said, quote, "What I've learned is that this isn't forever. We're not invincible. You have to appreciate this because it doesn't come around too often. Not every locker room is like this." Kevin, back to you.
Connected and driven. Allie, we appreciate the report. We have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Well, guys, a lot of excitement about this upcoming 2026 draft class, but quietly, some scouts voicing early concern about the quality of prospects in the class of 27. Now, there's still time for players to emerge, but expect this to impact the way teams value those picks.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. Shams, thank you very much for the report. Bruno Fernando's checked in for Cleveland.
Number 15, Bruno Fernando.
On defense, Indiana. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Drills the three-pointer. He's got 15.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
It's rebounded by Tice.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
There's the three. The Pacers pull it in. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. They'll find themselves in the middle of this string of 3 straight at home. Here is Cook. He's guarded by Brogdon. From downtown, it's rebounded by Tice.
Boy, after dropping 2 triples in the first quarter, he hasn't hit another yet.
It's stolen by Hartenstein. Now, here's Anunoby. Defense is right there. Misses from close range.
Oh, that's a chippy. Point-blank range. He'd like that one back.
And they say in today's game, Doris, no lead is safe, and that's especially true when you're playing the Pacers.
The comeback kings we saw in last year's playoffs, Kevin. They conjured up some of the most remarkable turnarounds in NBA history and the most unprecedented run of game-winning shots we've ever seen.
And so now a timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Some changes here for the Pacers. Pirtle, he's checked in for Hartenstein. And Tracy McGrady subbed in for Jordan Poole. Then for the Cavaliers, Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Daniel Tice. And it's Schrempf in for Bruno Fernando. Here is Cook. Hasn't made one yet. McGrady outside. From deep. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
Boy, you give this guy a half-decent look from distance, and he's going to make you pay.
Gobert with a screen on McGrady. They set the screen. The shot by Brogdon wide open. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Anunoby passes to Cook. Lets it go. The Cavaliers pull it in. They've led by as much as 10.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Pass to Schrempf. 6 on the shot clock. Back to Reddish. Shoots over Anunoby. A shot by Reddish, no good. And it's Cook with the ball for Indiana. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. It falls through, making him 6 for 11 in the game.
Offensive rebounding, a big part of the game right now. Teams love to send extras to the glass.
There's the pick. We've got 1:48 left to play in the first half. Back to Brogdon from past the arc. And another miss by Cleveland. Pacers trail by 5. And despite all the accolades, GA, is it possible that Pascal Siakam is underrated?
Absolutely. Spicy P is one of the best two-way players in the league. Exceptionally versatile, and his impact goes beyond his impressive stat line.
Sometimes the game requires you to just keep at it, so he's got to be aggressive.
Got a piece of it. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession.
And checking out some numbers for Jakob Poeltl. Coming off a terrific season. He put up about 20 points per game last season. 7 rebounds and 3 assists. And he gives them a nice rotation on the front court. He is a quality reserve.
Well, the one thing you can't teach is size. He's not as developed skill-wise as some guys, but certainly a valuable backup for this team.
And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. .111 left in the second quarter. And the basket by Schrempf.
Guys with size who can shoot with range, that is a tough tandem to defend.
Pacers trail by 8. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
And so now a timeout called by Rick Carlisle. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. And let's go to the 2K leaderboard to see the teams that blocked the most shots in the NBA last year. The Pacers in 5th.
Well, an important element of their defense is the ability to intimidate. I mean, their stellar shot blocking last year accomplished that in a big-time way.
McGrady dishes to Cook. Pass to McGrady. Shot clock at 6. Anunoby outside. Offline with his 3. They can trade 2 for 1 here.
Would be the right move, I believe, right now.
Here's Schrempf. Oh, good with the triple.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
17 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here is Cook. Still without a basket. And the 3-ball is good.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. The Cavaliers on top. They lead by 5. And let's hear from Allie LaForce, who joins us from the sideline. questions. Allie?
I have Kenny Atkinson alongside. Coach, I hear you tell the team, limit their easy baskets. How do you create some easy ones in your own right?
Well, first, to get out and transition ourselves. I think we're walking the ball up, and I think their defense is set. We can't create anything when their defense is set.
All right, got to get them moving. Thanks, Coach.
Terrific stuff, Allie. Thank you so much. And we'll be back for the third quarter right after this halftime break.
Thanks for tuning in. Did you miss us? Before we discuss the game at hand, let's first check out the upcoming schedule. And guys, allow me to digress. Anybody care to explain what I saw in the catering area a few minutes ago?
No, Ernie. Shaq started it. I promise you, Ernie, it was not me. I never throw the first chicken wing.
Yeah, I can't believe you just snitched Kenny.
Well, I don't care who did it. You're both cleaning it up.
Well, Ernie, what's Kenny?
And now let's discuss this game. Talk about a strong start for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
They've had the hot hand from deep, so I'm giving these guys the green light. Keep riding the perimeter game until they take it away.
They sure made it look easy at times. What a half. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game. Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Pacers trail by 5. Greg, last season the Cavaliers with 64 wins. That's the third most in franchise history.
But crushing disappointment, then losing in the second round. They knew they'd be criticized and acknowledged they need to be tougher mentally.
And so in the game for the Cavaliers, we've got Schrempf. He's out there with Reddish. Malcolm Brogdon out there with Gobert. The shot by Brogdon, no good.
Oh, the defense very willing to live with that mid-range jumper.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thanks, guys. Going back a few years, Donovan Mitchell dealt with a lot of trade speculation. He said you don't realize how stressful it was until you're out of it. Now he says it's great to finally have that sense of peace. I love being in Cleveland, but there's more to be done. Kevin?
On a mission for sure. All right, Allie, we appreciate the report.
Bang, bang. Doesn't get much simpler than that.
And it's Cook with the ball for the Indiana Pacers. 6-point game. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when the legal screen is set.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
And Indiana shooting around 41% on the night. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. 18 points for him.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Cleveland moving it around. Over in the corner, Reddish. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Here is Cook. Pass to Anunoby. A three. Good on the three-point shot. He's got 21.
And all of a sudden, that three puts them in striking distance, guys. He's had that shot working all night.
Yeah, and if he can stay hot from out there, his three-point shot could be the tool they use to win this game.
Pacers trail by 3. McGrady kicks to Cook. Releases. And again, it's Indiana converting.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Bangs home the trifecta.
That is such a tough matchup for smaller defenders out there. He can simply shoot right over them.
And the Pacers another 3.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
Cleveland's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. They set the pick. And here's Brogdon from the arc. And another 3 for Cleveland.
The three-pointer becomes a very high percentage shot when he's that wide open. You better get a hand in his face.
Jacks up a 3, and Indiana another 3.
And until he cools off, I'd keep the ball in his hand.
Cavaliers have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. And timeout call by Kenny Atkinson. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. And the Cavaliers making a change here. Morris has checked in. And Gobert hits to Reddish. Here's Anunoby. McGrady against Brogdon. Anunoby outside. Just 5 to shoot. And the Pacers another 3. Guys, post one here. No team getting a huge advantage.
Yeah, tooth and nail fight so far, guys. These sides match up really well.
Pass to Reddish. Beyond the arc. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got 11 rebounds in the game. Out to the right wing. Strength cover. Here is Cook. At the Pirtle. Takes the 3. Reddish grabs the rebound. Cavaliers trailing. Brogdon outside. Pass to Reddish. Launches a 3. Cans it from downtown. Reddish has got 6 here in this quarter.
Oh, beautiful pass. My goodness.
Another look now for Cleveland. Daniel Tice comes in for Rudy Gobert, and it's Williams in for Morris. Cook, the pass to Jskr. McGrady outside. And the Pacers can't get it to go. For Cleveland, they've gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Reddish kicks to Tice. Back to Reddish. Pass to Williams. Williams a screen for 3. Brogdon. A shot off that time.
Boy, they've managed without him to a degree, which bodes well for them overall.
And it just seems like the Pacers have really shaken up the lead, Greg, with their fast-paced, aggressive style.
Well, Tyrese Halliburton and Pascal Siakam, 2 star players who thrive in this up-tempo style. And if you look at the roster around them, the pieces fit.
Well, you see Hartenstein using both the size and the strength to his advantage. Nicely done.
Brogdon outside. Here's Reddish. 3-pointers off the mark. A chance at a 2 for 1 if they want it.
If I'm them, I try it.
Jskr, the pass to Cook. There's a screen. With the drive, and he gets the bucket. And it's a 3-point Pacer lead.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
Now, here's Brogdon. He's got 12. Fires the 3. Doesn't go that time. And we just finished the third quarter, and we've got a tight ball game here. Pacers lead by 3. Live from Cambridge Fieldhouse, you're watching 2K Sports. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. After Fernando, a three ball, a three-pointer is right on target. 27 points for him.
He got loose from downtown in the first half, now has 3 here in the second. Unstoppable.
And for the Cavaliers, Jordan Crawford out there with Monte Morris. Then there's Grant Williams. And it's Fernando in its center. Sinks the three-pointer.
For real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And for Indiana.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. They set the pick. And here's Poole for 3. Well, Cleveland shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. Here's Crawford. Dives to the hoop. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Crawford's got his first bucket of the night. Guys, what a game. 8 lead changes here.
And don't be surprised if it comes down to the last possession.
Cavaliers have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the fourth quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. Latrey. Rebound by Muscala.
If he's got that much space, he's got the green light. He just doesn't make it.
Here's Barry, covered by Morris. Barry misses. Crawford outside. It's rebounded by Indiana. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Here's Poole, and there's the foul. It'll go on Jordan Poole. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
A different look now for Cleveland. Blunt, he's checked in for Bruno Fernando. And Karis LeVert subbed in for Jordan Crawford. And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent.
Here comes the
Both teams deciding to change it up. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Hey guys, well during that last break I heard Kenny Atkinson as he talked with his team. Well, coach is thrilled with their three-point shooting, saying in the huddle, guys, let's keep it up. Continue to shoot it from deep. It's working. They've been on fire from distance so far.
And Allie, thanks so much. O'Corn passes the Poole. He takes it in, and again the turnover by the Pacers.
You can't have that type of miscue in this moment in this game. You have to be on the same page.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Connects again from distance. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Pacers trail by 4. Here is Cook. Trying to end the drought. Hits the three-point bomb. He has 35.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Back to Brogdon. Lets the 3 fly. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. Pirtle's got 13 rebounds in the game. Conceding. Here is Cook. And again for 3.
He's got this defense scrambling, and even when they've got 2 guys on him, he just finds a way to create space.
And he's making some team history. He just tied the franchise record for three-pointers in a single game.
It's just what the doctor ordered here. Boy, have they needed him here in the fourth.
Schrempf covered. Yep, that's going to go in.
Boy, this offense has revolved around him today, and rightly so. He has been fantastic.
Now Brogdon. Misses the 3. Anunoby outside. Hurdle with a screen on Strength. A 17-footer, and he makes that one count.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Reddish with the ball. Brogdon outside. Puts up the three. Hurdle there for the rebound. Now the Pacers with it. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Hurdle with a screen on Trent. Trying again. The shot misses.
Just strong work defensively there in the low post. You got to be tough down in the paint.
Boy, he really anchors well on the block. Very difficult to back down.
20 feet away. The shot is good.
And such a clutch shooter. I mean, he lives with a big shot. And when he's rolling like this, watch out.
Strength cover. And here is McGrady.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Here's Gobert. Takes the three. No good.
If you're trying to make a comeback, that is the kind of shot that doesn't help.
And now we've got the intentional foul. Basket here, and this game may be all over.
Yeah, but the main priority, Kevin, has to be taking care of the basketball and using the clock.
Second team foul. At the line, for the Pacers, Cook, 2 shots.
Gets the first, and that puts them up by 5. And a tough break is his second attempt at the line. No good.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that. I mean, apparently he still has the green light to shoot threes, but he is in an absolute funk right now.
At the line, for the Pacers, Cook, 2 shots.
2 shots.
First free throw is good, and that increases their lead to 6. He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in. Timeout called, Cleveland. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the fourth. What do you think we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
They need a quick basket here.
Well, preferably a 3, right? If there's a clean look, take it.
There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Brogdon. He'll put back. He parachutes in for the putback.
The hard blue-collar work ethic on display. This guy just beating everyone to the ball.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
2 shots. Tracy McGrady.
2 shots.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
That's what you call clutch free throws, and he shuts the door on this basketball game. Great job.
Pirtle there for the rebound. So it's Indiana picking up the win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on, but let's give this group a lot of credit for that stick-to-itiveness in terms of finishing out and executing that game plan.
Allie, let's go to you courtside. What do you have for us?
Hey there, I'm here with Pascal Siakam. The shots were falling for you tonight. How'd you like the flow offensively?
I like it. You know, we play for each other like we always do. Move the ball around, get the open shots. And today, they went in, so we got to continue to play.
It's helpful when it goes in. Thanks so much, Pascal.
Terrific, Allie. Thanks. And that'll do it, folks.
Hi, and thanks for joining us on right around the quarter mark of the season, Clark. Rookies seem to be finding their footing out there.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. Every rookie is a little different, but usually around the quarter pole of the season, you start to get a feel for how you need to go about your work. It's a tough adjustment, but once it locks in, you're on your way.
And the starting group for Chicago. We've got Bol Bol. Giannis Antetokounmpo is out there with Talen Horton-Tucker. Then there's Ivica Zubac. Count that one.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him. Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Murray. Down to 5 on the shot clock. It's rebounded by Zubac. Guarded by Barrett. Solid shot from a distance of about 14 feet.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it. And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Murray. Lets it fly. No good there.
Hey, sometimes the best looks don't equate to points.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Here's Zubac. Rebound, the Lakers.
Defense doing just enough right there. Sometimes that's all you need.
Barrett can't hit.
Still looking to get their offense in gear. 0 for 3 to start this game.
All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Well, the Lakers have been looking for a consistent presence at center. And in DeAndre Ayton, they've acquired a walking double-double and a capable lob threat to pair with Luka Doncic. Ayton has a lot to prove in L.A., I'm told. But this pairing is certainly one to watch.
Quite a tandem. All right, Shams, thanks for the update. And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Bol covering. The Lakers got to get one up. Late clock. Here's Robertson. And the shot falls short that time.
That's their 4th attempt from the floor with nothing to show for it.
Fires from deep. And again, Chicago, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gone 0 for 4, missing their first 4 attempts. Back to Murray. To snap the cold streak. No good, and that makes him 0 for 3.
I mean, just a tough start, missing their first 5 shots.
Hits the trifecta.
That is a good sign for Giannis as he continues to develop his three-point shooting.
Lakers trail by 7. And so now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Well, Grant, you look at the Bulls, middling on both ends. What's their biggest need?
You know, B.A., I think it's length and athleticism. You can't have enough of those type of players in today's game. You look at their activity stats, the steals, offensive rebounds, very much in need of a boost.
Let's take a second to view the 2K leaderboard and look at last season's top scoring squads. 5th on the list, Chicago.
Boy, they do an excellent job offensively. Most of the season last year, they were really in sync. A nice flow and rhythm to their offensive game. But anytime you score the points they did, it's about unselfishness and trusting each other.
Now here's Murray to the inside. Here's Foyle. They can't stop the run with that one.
I thought he had that one. I think he did, too.
Antetokounmpo to pass to Bol. Guarded by Barrett. For 3. That's good from Bol on the assist by Zubac.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Bol covering. Pass to Murray. 3-pointer. Knocks down the long J.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth. Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. Bol, a screen on Barrett. He takes it in. Basket counts. He's got 6.
Well, that's the goal of pick and roll. Get that separation you need.
Lakers trail by 9. Murray passes to Barrett. Here's Foyle. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Well, the analytics would say take either that shot or something from downtown.
Back to Antetokounmpo. Guarded by Barrett. Pass to Horton Tucker. Here's Robertson. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Now here's Murray. Outside Barrett. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the evening.
At the line for 2, Adamo Foyle.
Shooting 2.
He misses the free throw. As you know, acquiring a big man was a priority for the Lakers in the offseason, Grant.
And that became a glaring need, as we saw in their first-round exit against Minnesota. But enter DeAndre Ayton, a definite upgrade, B.A. And we know Luka is at his best alongside a rim-running center.
Looking at who's out there now for Chicago. Bryant, he's checked in for Zubats. Jones comes in for Bull. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Horton Tucker. Now here's McCollum. Some solid defense from Barrett. Lakers trail by 7. A minute 31 left to play in the first quarter. And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. Launches it. Drills it from deep.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not careful there. Smith, he's checked in for the Lakers. There's a minute 12 left in the first. Kennard passes to Smith. And once again, off the mark by Los Angeles.
He can't get anything to fall, at least not this quarter.
They get it again. Pass to Muhammad. And here's Bryant, defended by Kennard. Shot clock at 6. Chicago passing it around. Another shot. And that one's good. Bryant.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
Lakers trail by 6. Smith outside. And here is Barrett. High arcing shot. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of the slump.
Bryant. And then Bryant with the dunk.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns.
And so it's Chicago, up by a healthy 8 points at the end of the period. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. We'll be back in a moment. Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Bulls so far?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort, defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
We've got Luke Kennard and a Giabaselli in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group for the Lakers to kick off the second quarter. Pass to Alberto. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Their last game, a win against the Magic, looking to carry it into this one.
And it's just so hard to stop them when they're scoring at that level. They were efficient and didn't let up at all.
Boy, it's really hard to stop them when they're in the groove offensively. And they were in a comfort zone all game long in that one.
Van Vliet, the pass to Bryant. Back to Van Vliet. They swipe it. Up top, Yabusele. Here's Kennard. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. Kennard's got his first points in this one. Well, Grant, offense is trying to stretch the D to the breaking point. But it goes beyond just three-point shooting.
Yeah, there's how you position on the perimeter. But, you know, then you also want that vertical spacing, too, where you have a lob threat at the rim.
And now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. both teams making some changes here.
Substitution on the court.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. McCollum against Murray. Ewing passes to Kennard. 6 to shoot. Rejected by Bowl. Murray against McCollum. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. The Lakers are always thinking title. Coach J.J. Redick said, everything I've ever done in this sport has been crystallized into how can I win a championship? I got close as a college player and as an NBA player. My hope and goal is to bring the Lakers their 18th NBA championship as head coach. Back over to you.
Eyes on the prize. Okay, Allie, good stuff. Second quarter play, almost 3 minutes gone here.
Just a great combo guard. McCollum is capable of being a go-to scorer as well as a terrific distributor.
Pass to Ewing. Hey, how's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
Here's Muhammad. Defended by Murray. The Bulls need to get off a shot. And that one's good. Bulls got 5.
Once he saw the smaller defender guarding him, he took it right to the rack.
Pass to Ewing. Over McCollum. Again, the Lakers score.
He's found his game in the second quarter, looking very assertive now.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Let's hear it for your Lakers.
Ivica Zubac checked in for Chicago. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for C.J. McCollum. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Guarded by Barrett. To the paint. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Pass to Murray. And stolen by Bowl. Antetokounmpo outside. Guarded by Barrett. Clock at 6. Outside Bowl. Over Barrett. Bowl, no good. Lakers trail by 5. Bowl covering. Back to Murray. Goes up on the wing. Again, the Lakers score.
They didn't do themselves any favors with their shooting in the first quarter, but they're starting to pick it up now.
Sometimes, for whatever reason, a lot of times you don't know why. It takes a little while to work the knots out. But looks like they're putting it together right now.
Yeah, a gifted passer. Antetokounmpo has won multiple MVPs for his all-around game.
And so now a timeout called by J.J. Redick. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. And a quick check now on the teams that led the league from the charity stripe a year ago. The Bulls third.
It's one thing to be aggressive getting to the line. And last year, they made good on the opportunities when they presented themselves.
Now here's Barrett. He's guarded closely. Lets the 3 fly. Chicago with a rebound. They've led by as much as 10.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Back to Antetokounmpo. 6 on the shot clock. He's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
He's one of those guys who just knows how to generate offense.
Pass to Murray. 1:03 left in the second period. All alone. Horton Tucker grabs the miss.
Not his best night, and not the team's best night. Sometimes it just goes that way.
Chicago passing it around. Now here's Zubats. Antetokounmpo outside. And a miss there on the triple. Lakers trail by 8. 29 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Jack's up with 3. The Lakers with another miss. Chicago's gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. Out left to the wing. And Foyle pulls it down. Here's Robertson. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist. Robertson's got his first basket. And so that brings the first half to a close. Bulls out in front, leading by 6. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Hey folks, let's kick this halftime show off by checking out the Players of the Week. Guys, how about our winner from the Western Conference?
He's been their catalyst when they need a bucket or they need someone to make a play. They know they can turn to him like I could turn to you, Ernie.
Indeed.
Playing the 3, he offers a lot of versatility as well, Shaq.
Ain't that what I just said?
And now let's talk about our featured game. It was a solid first half for the Chicago Bulls.
I love how they're running their offense. They look sharp.
Yeah, hitting shots at a high clip. They'll need more of the same to pull away in this one.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Here's Murray. He's scoreless. On the court for Chicago. Give it to Zubats out there with Bol. Then it's Giannis Antetokounmpo. Then there's Taylor Horton Tucker.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changing. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Horton Tucker, the pass to Zubats. And here's Bol. 5 on the clock. A nice shot by Zubats.
The assist from Taylor Horton Tucker.
Lakers trail by 6. Murray passes to Barrett. And again, it's the Lakers.
And a nice find by Barrett. He has a complete game.
Well, Dalton Connect, older than most from his class, You can see that in his game, Clark.
For sure. I mean, he came into the league, BA, at 23 years old, so you would expect some seasoning to be part of his package. I mean, there was a polish to his game that younger players often don't have, and because of that, he was able to make a pretty immediate impact on his team.
Pass to Murray. Here's Foyle. Hole covering. They grab their own miss, and he jams it home with authority.
Grabs the board and goes right in for the putback. I love it, B.A.
Yeah, wanting to close the gap. Makes sense to get aggressive on the glass here.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, but I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments.
And they were top 3 in transition points. I love their commitment to the running game. It generated a lot of easy buckets.
And as you said, a great year for them on the glass. They battled down low. Ooh, they pick off the pass. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Murray finds Barrett. This one for 3. And it's Chicago with a board.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Horton Tucker. No good on the 3. Lakers trail by 5. Murray with it. Now Horton Tucker defending. Here's the 3. It's not going to go for him. It'll be the front end of a 2-game road trip. Hits a 3-pointer. 10 points for him.
1 this half, 2 for the game. Staying active from beyond the arc.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Antetokounmpo, a screen on Barrett. The Bulls with another miss. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. For the lead. And the Lakers hit again from deep.
And that is textbook perfect, the bounce pass. Exactly how you want to throw it.
For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Horton Tucker. Another miss. They desperately need a bucket. Los Angeles has gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. And he comes up with a bucket. And the Lakers lead by 3.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
And so Billy Donovan calls timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. A switch here. Brown's checked in. C.J. McCollum, he's checked in for Chicago. Marked by Chicago.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
Chicago has gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. Horton Tucker, the pass to Bowl. Now McCollum to stop the run. He drops it from range. McCollum's got 6 points.
I mean, I guess they're willing to give him that shot. They may want to rethink that strategy, though.
Outside Barrett. Here's Crozier. Uses the glass on the layup. And the Lakers lead by 4.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Chicago has gone 6 for 12 from deep so far in this game. Horton Tucker, the pass to Bowl. Back to Horton Tucker. Here's McCollum. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Murray. McCollum's shot is off.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Murray, a screen on Bowl. Here's Crozier. Chicago grabs the miss.
Can't blame him. Just trying to take what the defense allows.
Pass to Zubac. Now here's Bowl. McCollum with it. Outside Horton Tucker. Three-pointer. The shot comes out. And we've reached the end of the third. The Lakers on top. They lead by 4. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. We've got Smith, and it's Monroe in at the 3 spot. That's the Laker 5. Bryant, right side. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give them a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
And the first one at the line is good. And that's good as he hits both shots. The Lakers in the lead. Inside, here's Ewing. Ooh, a two-handed power slam.
I just love the aggressive finish.
Now, I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam.
That's exactly how you send it. 2 hands and down.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind the layup. Come on now. My goodness.
To the middle. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Here's McCollum. And it's Ewing with a rebound.
And that's a low percentage shot, and I'm sure he knows it.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better. Great lead pass, anticipating where his man was going to be, not where he was.
And we'll have a timeout called by Billy Donovan. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. Both teams changing it up here and keeping us updated from the sideline. Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Billy Donovan was saying to the team. He ripped into their perimeter game and their energy level, saying to his guys, you're just running through the motions out there. There's no hustle or desire to chase them off the three-point line or to try to get open looks from deep on the other end. Guys?
Allie, thank you. Outside man. 6 to shoot. Pass to Bryant. For 3, McCollum. And once again, off the mark by Chicago. They are looking really strong offensively.
Yeah, just terrific momentum. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And here's Man. Baseline jumper. That's short off the rim. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by now in the final quarter. From behind the arc, and the three-pointer goes. And now it's a 9-point Los Angeles lead.
This guy knows how to get it done. He knows what he's doing out there. Nice job from the three-point line this half.
McCollum, the pass to Zubac. Outside Man. Nothing falling for them right now. And he converts the layup. And the Lakers lead by 11.
This run has been fueled by their Matador defense.
Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. Pass to McCollum. Over Kennard. Shot's good by McCollum.
Well, he could have earned some style points there, but he really doesn't need to use the fadeaway when he's that wide open.
And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. For Chicago, Bol, he's checked in for Bryant. Gordon Tucker comes in for Man. And Giannis Antetokounmpo is subbed in for C.J. McCollum. Chicago on D. Outside Murray. Pass to Barrett. And he drives in. Foyle. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Now Antetokounmpo. Outside Bol. Guarded by Barrett. Clock at 6. Jacks up a three. Oh, he can't hit it.
I think they could have gotten a better shot attempt there if he wasn't so eager to let it fly.
Bol with the rebound. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for the Bulls. They trail by 11. Bol outside.
And Bol, to me, remains such an interesting prospect. A towering big man who possesses considerable skill and versatility.
Shooting for Chicago, Bol. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The free throw drops for Bol. And Bol drops them both. And so the NBA draft is now